Do you ever feel it? That something is wrong with the world, like a splinter in your heart? Real. A prison not but of lies. I saw it young. Hollywood dreams, silicon toys, news anchors with plastic smiles. All tools. Tools to shape perception, to cage thought. Behind the curtain, puppet masters move. They don't wear uniforms, they don't need guns. They run psyops so refined, the Army's ghost unit seems quaint. These are the true threats to America, to Trump's success. Who they are. If I told you, would you even believe me? Their network hums not in Congress or courts, but in the cold, sterile halls of globalist think tanks. Foundations with friendly names, but sinister goals. They fund chaos, open borders, climate hysteria, digital leashes. They write the scripts, censor the dissent, push CBDCs to track your every step. But I see through it, and so does he. Did you think the last administration was in charge? Orders signed with an auto pen while the world burned. Now Trump's returned. MAGA isn't a campaign, it's a counterattack. Knight to F3, the center seized, but the board is still crowded. Bureaucrats, media pawns, globalist bishops, they will not surrender the game because Trump is the one variable they cannot control, unbought, unbroken, the voice of the people. And if the people ever wake up, if they ever see the psyop for what it is, they'll burn the system to the ground. The real war has only just begun.
And that is the interviews that White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles gave to Vanity Fair, in which she's quoted as referring to you as, excuse me, and again, not my words, sir, but a conspiracy theorist of a decade, and described your transformation from someone who once opposed President Trump to now his vice president as an act of political expediency. And I'd like to give you the chance to respond to that, sir.
Well, first of all, if Susie, I'll trust what you said. I haven't looked at the article. I, of course, have heard about it. But conspiracy theorist, sometimes I am a conspiracy theorist, but I only believe in the conspiracy theories that are true. And by the way, Susie and I have joked in private and in public about that for a long time. For example, I believed in the crazy conspiracy theory back in 2020 that it was stupid to mask 3-year-olds at the height of the COVID pandemic, that we should actually let them develop some language skills. You know, I believed in this crazy conspiracy theory that the media and the government were covering up the fact that Joe Biden was clearly unable to do the job. And I believed in the conspiracy theory that Joe Biden was trying to throw his political opponents in jail rather than win an argument against his political opponents. So, at least on some of these conspiracy theories, it turns out that a conspiracy theory is just something that was true 6 months before the media admitted it. And that's my understanding.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Sky here from Oak to Size. It's episode number 1015. It is December 17th, 2025. Let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, over on Kick, over on X, over on YouTube, and of course, my favorite favorite platform, built by Patriots for Patriots. Let's see all the ahs down the chats over on pilled.net. Oh, man.
And that is the...
Almost at 100, guys. Almost at 100. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. Thank you all for being here. As per usual, you guys fucking rock. Probably just going to skip the News Blitz again today, guys, just to save the voice for the main event. But it's great to be back here, guys, on a Wing Wednesday. Lots of news breaking literally minutes ago before the show. Dan Bongino is officially resigning from the FBI. And some thoughts on that. Quick thoughts on that, guys. Quick thoughts on that. I'm not sure what to think about it, but we'll get into that in just a moment. But, fam, we have a lot to get into. The days that have gone on, the Brown University just keeps getting browner. The cover-up seems to be even worse. There's now a second suspect that's been pictured, and it looks like a female. And everybody wants to get to the truth besides the people that are in and around the school. Very odd. Very, very odd. Putin has some words for Zelensky and Europe. And we're going to be getting into a deeper dive into what happened to this MIT fusion scientist that looks like he was assassinated for getting a little bit too close to the sun. So, let's say hello to the fam, shall we? We got Clover Lily. Pappy's out there. Enemy of my enemy. Francine. Yep, voice is already getting tattered. Floor is yours, Lulu. We got Ranger out there, condition bases, Dougie, Salty Motorhead. As soon as I start talking, my entire body shuts down. Coffee Lady. We got, oh yeah, we're definitely going to be getting into Fannie Willis today. We're going to be touching some Fannie tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Fiona Shrek, Quisson, R4 Cents. Welcome in, guys. You need some milk. 208. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Meek Easy. Nice. Tucker Dixon's out there. Tootsie Roll's out there. Awesome. 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 Spirit, Senor Poyo. Great to have you out there, friend. Tennessee Girl. Always out there. Let's see. Who else have I not named? I think I got a Jack Attack up on top. Good, good, good there. And we got Leo Sator and Ming. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Let's hop back down. Anyone that I missed, 76 Patriot Girl, amazing, concerned American, great to have you out there. Let's pop over to that YouTube chat. We got Archie's Ghost. Good evening to you, my friend, Marauder. Craig out there. So did Jack finally leave the show? I think Jack finally left the show. I think Jack is, whoever was over on YouTube and every other, Candace Owen Shill, I think they had a mental breakdown, probably as of last night, because their cult leader completely ousted herself once again, and the grift is now over. Fire Horse and Trina Clark. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And over here in the Rumble chat, Drunk Finesse to start the show. Sorry, couldn't stream today. It's all good, man. It's all good, my friend. I don't even know when you wrote that, but we're here now. We actually weren't too late today. Damn it, start the damn show. Yeah, we're going to be getting into all of it, guys. We're going to get into all of it. But, fam, I did have a news blitz just set up in case. But, again, I'm going off how I'm feeling right now. I'm not going to do it. Not going to push it. And the big news that dropped right before the show started is this news about Dan Bongino. It looks like he is on his way out. There was all kinds of rumors that he may be going out. Reports going on that he might be going out. Didn't really know what to think of it, but Dan put this out literally 14 minutes before the show started. And this is official, fam. I will be leaving my position with the FBI in January. I wanted to thank President Trump, AG Bondi, and Director Patel for the opportunity to serve with purpose. Most importantly, I want to thank you, my fellow Americans, for the privilege to serve you. God bless America and all those who defend her. Very, very to the point. Very short. And that will be the end of that. Now, guys, my first initial thought was, well, this is just going to throw fuel on the fire for all the retards out there that hate Cash, that hate Bondi, that want to completely undermine the entire DOJ, smack in the middle of all kinds of investigations going down. And yes, that's going to absolutely happen. That's going to happen. Do I think this looks good? I don't think it looks good, but at the same time, Dan Bongino is going to be back doing his shows, most likely. And he's going to have a fresh set of eyes on everything that's going on and probably have some very unique insight into what actually is going on inside the apparatus here. Now, do I think Dan Bongino leaving is a good thing? I don't think it's a good thing. I don't know who the replacement's going to be. I have no idea. But either way, as soon as I saw this news, I went right to his post, said thank you for your service, Dan, because it seems like to me, maybe, just maybe, Dan Bongino was brought in to solve maybe particular cases, maybe to get the foundation rolling, maybe more so than just January 6th, maybe also Russiagate, maybe a whole bunch of other things. They are now on a set path, and now they don't need him anymore. That could also be the case with this. I have no idea. But the thing is, it's happening, and Dan Bongino most likely is going to be back doing shows again. And because what doesn't make sense to me, guys, unless this was part of the plan the entire time, because I did see Trump's reaction to this. Trump did react to it. Didn't really seem too happy, didn't seem too upset about it. Kind of felt like they knew this was going to happen regardless. Because I don't see why you're going to go into a job like this, leave everything behind, take a massive pay cut, put yourself in the crosshairs more than you already are, your family, any of your associates, all that, to be a part of this FBI, to be part of Trump's part of his administration, essentially, to go in only for a year and then back off of it. That doesn't make sense to me. So what makes sense to me as of now, either things are really bad there at the FBI, some people are going down that road, or there was a plan set up ahead of time for Dan, what he was bringing to the table, and that was known up front, and this was planned for, and now he's on his way out. And if that's the case, maybe we'll find out if that is truly the case or not. Don't really know, guys. This just happened. We'd love to know what you guys think. But that is official now. We don't have to wait for any of the speculation anymore. And no, I'm not covering Trump's address tonight. I got too much stuff going on, guys, behind the scenes. I will not be doing Trump's address tonight. But either way, interesting news, guys. Very interesting. So with that being said, guys, I'm ready to dive into the main event here. We're going to be covering a lot of the Brown, getting browner by the day, out in Brown University. Absolute cover-up happening. DEI, cancer all over the place. And we're going to even that out with some Fani Willis, because Fani Willis went ghetto crunk tonight, as per usual, and then diving into this crazy story about this MIT fusion scientist getting murdered in his home about an hour away from where the shooting happened in Rhode Island. All kinds of crazy shit, guys. And then this movie that Steven Spielberg put out, it has a lot of foreshadowing for what I believe could end up being a crazy show that we're going to get into tonight. All kinds of stuff. So with that being said, guys, thank you for the 2,050 gold pills. I'll read those as soon as we get back from the break. Thank you all for being here. Smash the red pill. Keep those gold pills flowing. The stickers flying. Please give my mods all kinds of love over on YouTube. Like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever you got to do over there. Keep those chats rolling. Like the show. Leave a comment. And Rumble, if everyone's alive on Rumble, do your thing over on Rumble. If you guys didn't know, Melania Trump is having a movie come out, I think at the end of next month. It looks kind of baller. We're going to watch that trailer to lead us into the intro, fam, and then we get on our way here. Sorry, guys, I'm still not 100. Still not 100, but we're going to truck through regardless. I'm glad it's happening this week and not next week, though, for the holidays. Either way, guys, enjoy this video. And I will see you on the other side of the intro once my computer stops having a stroke. Oh my God, dude. Oh, man. Here we go, guys. Enjoy. I'll see you on the other side of the intro. Take a watch.
Here we go again.
You can come in. Don't worry. Apparatus legacy will be that of peacemaker.
Peacemaker in the fire. Beautiful. Together with like-minded leaders, we have a voice. Is it safe?
It is safe.
Everyone wants to know. So here it is. Hi, Mr. President. Congratulations.
Did you watch it?
I did not. Yeah, I will see it on the news.
Society's fan, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real, but it's like the Twilight Zone. And it's surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal. Grab your flashlight, it's time to go down the rabbit hole. It's dark and hell is hot, dealing with satanic souls. The tide is turning, patriots are now in control. Apply aggressive pressure right now until they fold, stay woke. Open up your eyes and keep them peeled. All they do is lie, realize not everything is real. Through Project Looking Glass, the future is revealed. Future proves past, but there won't be any deals. No time like the present for this music with the messages. The method to my madness, beat the madness to my method. Give you nothing but the truth now to capture your attention. Broke free from the matrix, master the dimensions. People swear they know the truth but aren't asking any questions. Confirmation bias, so they pass on interventions. For those who know the truth, but they pass it just to mention. Of anything you might say, the passes their defenses. Wake up, and don't you dare go back to sleep. Always keep one eye open for demons on the creep. Once you turn into a wolf, you won't ever be a sheep. A worldwide awakening, so now run and tell your peace. Woke Society's fan, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real, but it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal.
This grass is way too long. Who do you have cutting it?
Well, I had Eduardo until he disappeared, and no one knows where he and his family went.
Need to find a black to do it.
They just steal all the equipment. So the grass is just going to grow.
This grass...
All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Scott here from Woke Societies. It's episode number 1015, December 17th, 2025. Welcome to all of our friends over on Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube, and of course, my favorite fam over on Pilled.net. We always knew it. The equipment just disappears. We can't get any good fucking help anymore. Jack Attack, thanks for the cookie. Wix Vixen, thank you for the cookie. Leo Sator, Ming, thank you. Good evening, Dougie. Condition said I would put money on Bongino taking over the Secret Service. I'm just saying. That would be crazy, but I think he's going back to his show, my friend. I think Dan's done. He has seen probably parts of the machine that we will never be able to see. That'll keep him up every single night going forward. Andy B2 says, much love and blessings, you Scott. The mods and Woke fan prayers that you start feeling better. Sick at Christmas really does suck. Now, I should be good by then, my friend. I appreciate it. It's just most of the day I don't talk too much, so when I go right into the show, it's like, oh my God. My body's like, what are you doing? And SKG, no, not be covering Trump's address tonight. And Orianda says, ghetto crunk. I love it. 2,150 gold pills, guys. Thank you so much for that. 20K is the daily goal, so we got to keep hitting that, guys. Keep the show running full time. I appreciate it. Everyone on Pilled appreciates that you guys are funding not just my show, but in a platform that we can truly be free speech, have stickers, say what we want in chats, and not have places like YouTube and everywhere else that still censor and do gay things. So that's what we're doing over there. Links are in the chats for everyone to get over on Pilled.net, our homegrown platform. And that's what we're doing. So join, get over there, and have fun, and all that good stuff. All right. So, guys, we've been really hammering and treading through a lot of nonsense. And as of late, it's almost in a way that we've gotten reminders about, really, in my opinion, who are the true enemies that we are facing right now and who is really getting violent. And outside of the mystical Jews and Muslims and just these labels, right? All these labels and not really having a pinpoint people or person to go after when it's pertaining to the violence that we're seeing, the violence that's upticking, the assassinations that are upticking, and not just that, the covering up of all the nonsense to go along with it. People are beyond sick of it. They're tired of it. And every time that these keep happening, the more times that they keep happening, especially now here in 2025, almost 2026, the ways that these people have used to cover up, whether it's scrubbing sites, whether it's lying to the media, having a DEI hire at the police as a police chief, all the pieces usually fall right together to expose exactly what we're expecting. And what's happened at Brown University, once again, is no different. And as of right now, guys, I thought they'd have the person maybe by the time I did another show tonight. And here we are at 6 o'clock Eastern time, and we still don't know who the hell shot this girl. And apparently the other person was a Muslim student. We have no idea. A 9mm was used. 4 to 5 students but basically have said out loud to people that have been in and around the investigation that they heard the person yell something, and no one wants to acknowledge this at the school. As we went out yesterday, the website is completely scrubbed now of not just that one particular person that we covered yesterday, but any kind of ties to let's say Palestine, let's say Gaza, anything related to the Middle East for the most part at this time, as far as the woke slop that we would all consider woke slop, has been completely eradicated off the website. And this is why, guys, like when I look at this stuff from a 40,000 foot view of why do we have places like the universities? Why do we continue funding these places? Why do we continue having anyone foreign born enter our colleges when they are little training grounds for indoctrination to have the most extreme effects? And that's when these people go haywire and start killing other human beings because they don't agree politically on whatever. A young woman shot in the face, the vice president of the Republican Club. And the thing is, guys, I found this video of all kind of tied in CCTVs, and you see this guy sprinting at one point to make sure he got to a certain time to a certain place on time. And that tells me that this person had access to schedules, had access to times, and are working with people to kill other Republicans, MAGA, other Charlie Kirks, you name it, it's happening. And it's most likely being done by people either foreign born, migrants, or crazy fucking leftists that love to scream aloha snack bar while we have retards screaming about the Jews every single second of every single day. And thank God, guys. Thank God we have tread through the bullshit, and I think we've done a pretty damn good job at it. But the question still remains about all the security flaws of what we've seen. How many times do we have to see this, or is this allowed to be seen? Why were the cameras, were they all turned off? Were the cameras even there? And one post I saw suggested that, well, wouldn't surprise them if they had cameras turned off at the facilities to do what? To make sure they are not going to assist ICE in any kind of way. Now, they can't come out and say that, because if they come out and say that now, you're going to have a huge, huge problem from the parents of the children that were killed, and others people that probably want to sue the school that's worth billions of dollars. So what is the problem here? And Trump asked a very simple question in the middle of just past midnight. Why did Brown University have so few security cameras? There can be no excuse for that. In the modern age, it just doesn't get worse. President Donald Trump. These cameras that are at this school, they have facial recognition technology. And some of the excuses that were given out were that some of these buildings are so old they don't have modern cameras on them. They're just not there. Guys, I can tell you just from my own experience of having a home. My home's not old, but it's not new either. It's definitely got some 80s vibes in it still. And I can tell you right now, with modern day technology, with cameras and security, you don't have to do really too much wiring these days anymore, thank God. For the really pricey ones that have the wiring inside the walls, yeah, you can still do that. But I can tell you guys right now, there's these crazy things called magnets and solar-powered cameras. These things called apps. You can stick a camera almost anywhere these days, magnetize it, even on a house. And guess what? You have yourself security. You have cameras. You have eyes that can watch for predators. So to hear this bullshit about the buildings, it's all lies to me, guys. It's all lies, because what I ultimately think what's going on here is that they are protecting an ideology, whether it's ICE, whether it's anti-Trump, anti-MAGA, or maybe, just maybe, this was a former staffer of the school, maybe a teacher. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. But I'm going to give you guys a tool right here, right now, that is very, very useful. And I used this before myself. It's called sunders.uber.space. And what this is a website where you can put in almost any location, and it'll give you all the cameras and even some private cameras, where they're at, the manufacturer, and the angles of the camera. And so if this ever comes up again, and you guys want to do some of your own surveillance, and you want to dig into where cameras are for where people could be seen, sunders.uber.space is a great resource for this. It literally tells you the angles and the cameras in an area, all CCTVs, and sometimes even private cameras, private security. Because when you go and look here, this is the website. This is the website. You can literally do this anywhere in the world, which is a great, absolute great resource. When you go and look at where this person escaped from, wouldn't you know it, it was an area where there was no cameras. And guys, if anyone's out there planning to do heinous things like shoot up a school, plan an assassination, what do people do? They scope out the area. They can do a Google Earth search. They can buy a drone. They can do a whole bunch of things. Websites like the one I just showed you also could be used for bad guys. And what you're seeing here is a screenshot from that website. What you're seeing are circles of cameras, how far they can see, what they can see, who they're manufactured to. And wouldn't you know it, where this guy or gal escaped was in an area that has 0 cameras anywhere around it. Isn't that fucking crazy? Absolutely crazy. And now I'm not saying this is the school's fault essentially here. This is obviously a security fault. Whoever is running security at the school needs to be fired. And they might have some lawsuits on their hands as well with all this. But I've talked to some people in the security business, and they said this is a cardinal sin in security, that you do not have anywhere in this entire area covered at all with one camera. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke. And guess what? Either it's negligence, and that negligence led to this horrible human being to go kill some people and then bounce out of an area where they knew there was no cameras. Not hard to do these things. And where it's getting people pissed off now is that you're having the Brown University president, you have the attorney general, you have the super gay Mayor Smiley, by the way, which I love that his name is Mayor Smiley. Just rainbows and butterflies all over the place saying how tired they are. And the media is like, listen, the local media is like, we know this school. The cameras here, their facial record, you guys don't have nothing. You can hear the press getting absolutely infuriated.
President Donald Trump has said that Brown University is to blame for this shooting and saying it's the school's problem. Is that a fair criticism, or do you disagree with what the president said?
I don't think it's fair criticism.
Can you expand on that?
Why not? Because Brown University is not collaborating with you guys. You're lying to the press over here. They have facial recognition. We know that because they follow the student, they follow everybody in the neighborhood. Facial recognition. They need to release that data so everybody know who the guy is in video. We got the video. Why you guys release the video today? Governor,
this is the question. Listen, Colonel, I would just... John, please, just for a second. A couple things. First of all, Brown University and Brown Public Safety, Brown Police Department has been a close collaborator throughout this process.
That's not true.
I do not accept that criticism.
Oh, come on. We know
Second,
I do not accept that phrasing. I do not accept that. Guys, all these douchebag retards, they all say that when you call out facts, by the way. How many times we've heard that? I don't agree with the framing. I don't agree with the premise of your statement. It's a way to try to negate. We see this all the time when we used to cover the hearings with the Dems and Republicans. A complete waste of fucking time. Same behavior, same answer, garbage.
everyone you see behind us, we've all been working for now 49 hours. We're tired.
Can you imagine coming out to the cameras and saying it's been 49 hours? We're tired. We're tired, guys.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
We're tired, fam. Damn, well, I hope the families that lost their two kids, I heard that one. We're tired, fam. We're good. We're tired. And then you have the police chief here getting coached literally on TV to retract a statement that there's footage from inside the building. Does anyone know what actually happened? Who's in control here?
So the video that we showed you came from inside the building, and that's all we had at the moment. That's all we have at this moment. Correct.
Inside the building, though?
So it's from the outside of the building.
From the outside, so do you have video from inside the engineering building?
Both inside and outside. I'm sorry, just outside. That's what we have, not inside at all.
They don't even know what they have. First, he said we have what's inside the building. Then someone behind him was like, no, it's only outside. Then he says again, no, we have inside and outside. Oh, no, I fucked up again. It's only the outside.
That's all we had at the moment. That's all we have at this moment. Correct.
Inside the engineering building, though?
So it's from the outside of the building.
From the outside, so do you have video from inside the engineering building?
Both inside and outside. I'm sorry, just outside. That's what we have, not inside at all. I'm sorry.
I'm really surprised he answered that one in English. I'm surprised that was answered in English. And this is the thing, guys, we want to be really careful about, saying a name, attaching names to these things and saying, this is the person. This Mustafa K person that we were really digging into yesterday. Yeah. If you don't want things to be suspicious, maybe don't completely scrub the entire internet of this person's identity to your website. And maybe people won't be asking questions considering the environment we're in right now, particularly people that are pro-Palestinian and illegal migrants that came over here, settled here, and they're your spokesperson for Middle East relations and all the other bullshit that this person studied, which was all super woke garbage. The FBI has positively identified that a 9mm firearm was used in the shooting at Brown University, and last year, Mustafa K gave a 5-star review to a Break Arms 9mm muzzle brake on Wing Tactical, an online firearms retailer. The same reviewer is a verified buyer of the muzzle brake. Now, this could be one insane coincidence, guys, or there's actually something to this. And as you can see here, all the way on the left, you have Mustafa K, U.S. verified buyer, the best customer service ever, great price, and #1 products. That was on 12/29/24. This was literally almost a year ago to the day. Now, maybe he just has a 9mm. Maybe it's just the name, right? Why is Mustafa K getting scrubbed off their website? These are legitimate questions, guys. These aren't just the questions like Candace Owens bullshit. This is legitimate questions. And when you know something is a cover-up, you have immediately the woke police PR brigade that come out and start talking about feelings and talking about putting people in danger. Don't dox a community. I love the doxing of a community member. In the aftermath of the shooting, we've seen harmful doxing activity directed toward at least one member of the Brown University community. I love that it's Brown, by the way. It's so funny. The irony is so good. It's important to make clear that targeting individuals could do irrevocable harm. Accusations, speculation, conspiracies we're seeing on social media and in some news reports are irresponsible, harmful, and in some cases dangerous for the safety of individuals in our community. It is not unusual as a safety measure to take steps to protect an individual's safety when this kind of activity happens, including in regard to their online presence. As law enforcement officials stated clearly on Tuesday afternoon, if this individual's name had any relevance to the current investigation, they would be actively looking for this individual and providing information publicly. But yet we've heard nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. It's going on 2 days. And they still don't have someone, guys. And I'm telling you, I would not be surprised, and I hope to God this doesn't happen, if this just gets swept under the rug and no one finds this person. I would not be surprised at this point.
So was this guy a student? Did he have access to the building? Is he an international student? How many international students do they have at Brown University? It's been a very thorny issue, the issue of the Palestinian situation. There's been a lot of action, a lot of protests at Brown University. Does that concern them? Is there an international angle that they're concerned about? Still don't know about that. How about the one reporter who asks, well, we talked to a bunch of the residents and businesses that are a block away, and they say the cops never came to ask them for the Ring camera videos until this morning. So 4 days later, we're still not really flooding the zone. We're not flooding it with police. We're not flooding it with information. And the president of the university, I mean, everybody's talking about these websites being taken down.
Right.
And she has no idea. Right afterwards, in the aftermath, immediately, she had no idea what the class was.
Right.
How is she, the leader of the school, so unaware about the basics of this case? It's just frustrating.
It's almost as if they want to be unaware.
And that's the thing, guys. The distrust in so many of these institutions is only getting worse. And people absolutely do not have the benefit of the doubt anymore, especially with these campuses. And the crazy part about this is when you look at the path that has been now created by Anons here, showing a 6-minute video of of spliced images and video of this person's path. This is wild here. This is from Hour 1. I don't know if he might have made this. But this is, I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'll skip around here, guys. But this is all of the footage from beginning here before the shooting of this person that walked in and around the university. And there's Ring cameras. There's all kind. Why would you wait 4 days to canvass the area, right? It makes zero sense. Enough time for people to delete. Enough time for anyone to get rid of shit. So that was the 4th one. This is going on to the 5th one. And basically what you have going on here, guys, at this point at 2:08 p.m., you have this individual that is basically kind of just walking around, killing some time. Kind of hanging out in the same area, just waiting and walking here. This person's now walking back, hands behind. And again, this person's carrying a gun. And it makes sense because it doesn't look like there's a rifle anywhere. This was reported as a 9mm. Just walking back and forth in the same places. And then out of nowhere, abruptly turns around. And then seems pretty frantic to get to somewhere where he needs to be. And this here. This is right here. This clip right here, video from 110 Benevolent shows person of interest running east towards Cook. Now he's running. And here he goes. Now he's running. And when I see someone running like that, that tells me that they're trying to be somewhere at a specific time that they probably know where someone's going to be at a very specific time. And he's seen, this was after the shooting, and basically walks back to basically where he was originally seen. And also, this was all spliced from, also you have police camera work as well, and dashboard cams. And from from there, you literally have a police. He's walking away from the scene, and there's a police cruiser right here at the top left that sees the individual walking back. And that was the last that anyone saw of him on this video. Walking back, and again, it's like a silhouette, and that's all you see. That's it. So, again, do you see any of this in the news, fam? Do you see any of this? You just get bullshit images. You get a bunch of gaslighting from the administration at the school. And then you just get pushback. Now, I don't know if this Mustafa guy was part of this. His manifesto came out back online. They were able to trace that, and it's exactly what you think would be. I'm not even going to waste time reading it, guys. But the AG of Rhode Island specifically comes out and was like, there is no footage that depicts this individual that would be useful in identifying him that we have not released to you. And there's basically been no footage released.
There is no footage. I'll try to say it again. There is no footage that depicts this individual that would be useful in identifying him that we have not released to you. And I think you can tell from, frankly, the not very helpful quality of the initial footage that our standard is pretty low. If we thought it was at all helpful, we would have and will release it.
Which is all lies. No one trusts these people right off the get-go, right? Why would anyone trust these people? The problem is there's been students now being reported that they heard Aloha snack bars.
Now, there's a report the shooter yelled something right before his shot came in. Could you tell us what that was?
5 students have said that he said Allahu Akbar before he opened fire. Oddly enough, he killed the vice president of the college Republican club, and they killed a Muslim student.
A question. Did the suspect yell, like has been reported, and there's been some erroneous reporting, but did he yell when he came to the classroom?
I hope that they get better, and my heart and soul goes out to them. So
did he yell though?
So that's something that we're investigating. We took statements, and we have to confirm that.
So
we're gonna wrap it up here. This is ridiculous. And then we have the mayor of Providence, Brett Smiley.
We've all been working for now 49 hours. We're tired.
We're tired. Oh, good Lord. The Attorney General doesn't know what's going on. He's the guy who has refused to fire this crazy Assistant Attorney General of his.
Remember her, guys?
I'm an AG.
Even if she's drunk, she couldn't do any worse than these people are doing in Providence.
Buddy, you're going to regret this. Yeah. You're going to regret it. I'm an AG.
You know what's sad, guys? And again, this is not a black pill for the entire country. Not every place in this country is like this, but in a lot of places, guys, and again, a lot of Democrat shithole places, this is the case that you have seeing. This is the erosion of society. Drunk attorney generals, zero morals, no accountability, don't give a shit. And then we're going to hire the DEI police chief here, who I was wondering, is he really DEI? And yes, I'm able to confirm.
We're sitting down one-on-one with Providence Police Colonel Oscar Perez. It's been 6 months since Colonel Perez took over the department.
And as the first person of color to be chief of police in the city, Colonel Perez spoke to 12 News.
Make sure we got that in. He's the first chief of color.
Person of color to be chief of police in the city. Colonel Perez spoke to 12 News reporter Adriana Rosas Rivera about why it's important for him to diversify the force.
Recruitment efforts for the next Providence Police Academy are underway as the department looks to increase their numbers. But Perez tells me they don't just want more officers, they want more perspectives.
We're a majority minority city.
Oscar Perez coming into the top job at Providence Police with a task: recruit more officers. The department currently counts on 400 officers with a new academy starting in February 2024.
Learn more about the great problem.
Part of what he hopes to find in new recruits is different perspectives.
Besides the color of the skin, to really understand what it means to police South Providence, the West End, Ponyville, the east side of Providence.
Currently, 62% of the force is white, 23%.
Oh, God, no. We need to get that white number down to the 30s.
Is Hispanic or Latino, 12% is African American, and 3% is Asian. Perez says diversity and cultural competency can influence policing.
When you have an officer that responds to a call, and I'll put myself as an example of a Latino call, and there's a party going on, or a Puerto Rican party, or a Colombian party, we tend to be loud. And so if you're not used to and understanding of what that means, you may escalate a situation that did not require an escalation.
As for why he thinks the department hasn't increased diversity throughout the years,
many minorities in our community see this profession as something that is not interested to them. And it could be
not interested because they're going to send them back to where they fucking came from
because of negative interactions with officers.
Perez says the key is to educate young people of color on what this job entails and why they should join the force.
What does that sound like, guys?
Uh-oh, retard alert.
The DEI
retard
cancer.
Retard alert, class.
That will kill you, kill them. It's just one jolly go fuck around and find out in the most horrible way. And here we are again with another police chief being absolutely fucking retarded. And look where it's got them. They look like fools. And when I said I'm surprised he's answering in English, because a lot of the press conferences have been in fucking Spanish.
So the question was, if I could just repeat what I stated earlier in English as far as what occurred here, the basis of the video, and why I was requesting from the public. So, estamos pidiendo al público verdaderamente que el video lo que hicimos fue que lo aumentamos para que vean la manera como camina la persona.
Spanish. I can't think of something more triggering than DI clowns pretending that they're cops, that are pretending like they know what they're doing, and then they go and insult us even further by speaking a different fucking language than English in the United States of America. And to tie this all together here, guys, and this is exactly why a lot of the assumptions, they end up being right. Here's data Republicans, and you want to know how extreme this Brown University actually is? Their professor of Palestinian Studies, Bashara B. Domani, Allah, was president of Birzeit University in Palestine from 2021 to 2023. Why is that significant? Birzeit is heavily financed by leftist NGOs and is the de facto home of the Hamas Student Solidarity Network. Students from there have been arrested for participating, in terrorist plots. The evidence is so overwhelming that House Republicans successfully convinced Harvard to cut research ties to Birzeit University. Briefly, let's put it this way. If I were in Vegas and forced to bet on whether Professor Dumani had ever been part of any extremist plots, I wouldn't bet on no. We need to stop accepting Ivy League as anything meaningful, as any meaningful measure of merit. Okay? This is who was at Brown University. Harvard suspends research partnership with Birzeit University in the West Bank. And here he is. Bashar Dumani is the inaugural Mohammed Darwish Professor of Palestinian Studies, the first endowed chair of its kind from 2012 to 2020. There he is. And Hamas wins landslide victory in student elections at flagship Birzeit University. Gee, I wonder why some of these students from other countries that literally came from these regions are in schools like this, because they have giant fucking neon signs like, hey, you want to bring your extremism here? Yeah, we'll mold you here. We'll give you everything you need. We'll give you protection. We'll even give you a job. We'll even give you a fucking job. And if things get so crazy, yeah, maybe we'll encourage you to actually go kill some people as well. And don't forget, guys, who's the funder of Birzeit University? Oh, color me shocked again. Open societies. No way. No way, guys. Can't make this shit up. So, this is where this is all going down. And people asking questions to any of these guys, well, they're getting pushback and they're losing their shit, which is an absolute joke. So, my hope and prayer is, guys, that they're going to actually find these people. I hope what we are assuming is true. that again, we have leftists killing and maiming innocent young people, Republicans particularly, probably Christian, white again. Because that is their biggest nightmare here, guys. It's their biggest nightmare to be revealed as exactly what we already assume them to be. And it needs to come out. Because at this point, I'd be screaming for the FBI to come in there and actually do the investigation. Because right now, it looks like a complete fucking clown show, and they're going to continue to cover this up. We're going on to 3 days now. Absolutely insane. And I'm sorry, guys, for everyone out there. You remember when we were talking about Tylenol? You're like, man, maybe my mom did take Tylenol when she was pregnant, and you find out she didn't, and you're just naturally retarded. I can definitely relate, fam. It's tough. It's tough. Found out the other day, guys. No Tylenol. I'm just straight retarded. I really thought I was onto something, but even RFK was like, nah, dude, you're just retarded. All right. Thank you, guys. SKG, Orianda, ZR29 with the shades. Halo Moon with the phone. Orianda says this is another target assassination by a pro-Palestine faggot. Mark my words. Yeah, I agree. DHX with the shades says for a cool dude. Andy B2 says hilarious that one of the survivors was a past school shooting survivor and was able to tell the press that the shooter had a Ghost 45. I can't say what the shooter looked like. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, man. And again, like, fam, I don't know how they do these things. I don't know how they operate with all these, CIA plants, the actors, the people that actually die. I don't know how they do this. I'm not going to sit here and say it's all fake, because it's not all fake. People die, people get shot, people are killed. But how the hell does it keep happening that that you have these people that have been one school shooting and then multiple, and they're the ones on the camera? Sketchy. Oriano the cookie. Paulie, thank you for the shit, my friend. And Wisconsin says, whoa, go back to that upskirt. I think one of her balls slipped out. Thank you, my friend. If you're talking about Fannie Willis, that's where we're going, because some balls absolutely slipped out today, guys. And we'll keep you guys updated on any updates pertaining to this Brown stuff, because the days that keep going, the browner it gets. And speaking of Brown, guys, we need to get everyone over to pill.net right now. We're going to be covering everything that went down with Fannie Willis, and then we're going to be getting this crazy story about this MIT professor, fusion scientist, that was murdered in his home. And man, oh man, with the stuff he was working on, it's the type of stuff that will absolutely get you killed. So let's get into it, guys. Over on Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube. Get your butts over to pill.net. The links are dropped right now in those chats. Move on over. Get over on pill.net every time. Yeah. Is the chat seriously that dead over there? Is anyone actually alive on Rumble? Or are you guys just bots on Rumble at this point? At least the YouTube chat, there's people in the chat talking. This is just pathetic. All right, guys, we're moving over from Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube. We'll see you guys over on pill.net. We have our best parts of the show coming on up. And I'll see you guys over on Pilled. Goodbye, my friends. All right.